All right, well, let's try this again. Hopefully this will work better. I reset off the modem, the router, I reset everything.
Alles verschüttet. Danke.
So we're currently on our way to Salzburg. We should be there about 12:31 p.m. game time. So we don't need to take a break until after we get to Salzburg. Hey Ellie, I had to restart the stream because the internet was messing up here again, as you know. Hey Dallas. I always have my seatbelt on, Dallas. And what do you mean, wait for the next bus, Scott? Jeez.
Warum soll man sich also anstrengen?
So again, this is Fernbus Simulator, and we're going from Vienna, Paris, France, with a stop in Salzburg and a stop in Frankfurt for to the airport. So it's a little bit of a long run. I'm gonna make a graphic setting change in the game because I lowered it thinking that was causing the issues with the stream, but that actually wasn't causing the issue. So we'll put everything back up to what it was. Setting change. Stream, but. Now I can actually see in my rearview mirror. I think I'm still having internet issues, but it doesn't seem as bad right now. Possibly if we stopped at Disneyland Paris. Yeah, my internet is really acting up today. I apologize for any of that. But yeah, we're from Vienna down here. We're going to Salzburg. Then we're going up here to Frankfurt, to the airport. And then from Frankfurt, we're going over to Paris, France. Again, I apologize for any lag now because my internet is acting up. I used to play a flight simulator game on my iPad, and Dallas My Girl used to be one of my passengers on my make-believe plane on the flight simulator. You trust me, don't you, Dallas? Very funny, Scott. The passengers on board, please help yourself to the refreshments in the back of the bus, as well as there is a restroom for your convenience. And we do offer free Wi-Fi on the bus for your also for your convenience. Please also remember there is no smoking or vaping on the bus for the comfort of the other passengers on board. We will be making periodic stops for your convenience. The game does have a couple of built-in radio stations in the game. However, I will not be playing it due to I do not want to get a copyright strike. So don't worry, Scott. We'll get you there safely. yes, the speed limit is technically 100 kilometers an hour, and I'm only going 70 kilometers an hour. And more likely I'll still be ahead of schedule at the stop. That's why I don't go the actual speed limit of the game, because then I get there super early. And I try to keep the bus on schedule. You reported me to the bus inspector, Scott? We are doing this stream actually for two reasons. Let me pause for a second. First reason is to test if I can play the game while streaming without too many issues. Internet issues aside, that's a separate issue out of my control. I just wanted to make sure my computer can handle playing the game and streaming at the same time. And the second reason is to try to raise money for the co-pays and hospital stays for my upcoming splenectomy, which is a spleen removal. And because of my conditions, it's a highly dangerous surgery, but unfortunately needs to be done. So every little bit helps. If you can't donate, that's all perfectly fine. Just share out the link, and maybe somebody else can donate. I appreciate everything that comes in and everybody that helps and everybody that just shares the link. We just turned on the reading lights and turned off the passenger cabin lights for comfort. because of you, I just missed my turn, Mr. Grumpy Old Man.
Was geht denn hier ab?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to backtrack. Probably not. Because there's never a opening in the divider. In fact, I'm surprised that there was an opening there. I don't know if I can use the trick to get back on the road. I don't know if it's going to let me do that. Nope, it still put me on this side of the road. The only hope is it's not much of an opening, but if I can jump it enough, I might be able to get on the other side of the road. Without having to all the way back. There we go. That might do it. Actually, I don't know if it did or not. I gotta see. Okay, it says I'm facing that direction, so we should be good. Here's the turn that we missed the first time. So we should be good now. Help if I go on the green light, huh? So we would have been there a little early or on time, but because I missed the wrong turn, maybe a couple of minutes late to Salzburg. All passengers are hurt and dead. Alright, we are now in Salzburg, heading to the depot in Salzburg. Yeah, we're a few minutes late. Typical bus driver behind schedule. They've done these cities really nice, though. And there is our stop in Salzburg right here. Parking brake on. Lower the bus. Open the luggage carts and the doors for the passengers. Now we gotta check in this group of passengers that are joining us.
Moin. Hören Sie in meiner Richtung? Auf 8.
Grüezi. Hier mein Ticket. Danke sehr.
Grüezi. Hier, mein Ticket. Danke.
Those who want to buy tickets, we'll get back to them.
Ciao.
Ciao. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen. Sehr freundlich.
Right now we'll go back and sell them their tickets.
Ich benötige noch ein Ticket für die Fahrt.
This one wants to go to Paris, which I know we're going to, but we just still gotta actually look it up. And sell the ticket.
Tag. Ich würde gerne
This
ein
one's
Ticket
going to the
kaufen.
Frankfurt airport, which we're also going to.
Auf geht's.
And we'll close the luggage carts and the doors. Raise the bus. And we're gonna go ahead and start our next section. And I'm going to put my Be Right Back screen on for a minute or two. I have to feed my dog his dinner. I'll be right back. I thought I paused the game, but I didn't. So we're gonna open the door and take our break. So to take our break, we have to leave the bus and bring up our phone. Take break. So after the break, we have to go back on the bus and make sure all the passengers are back on the bus. See how it says 0 of 19? We have to click on every passenger to make sure that they're here. Go upstairs because this is a double-decker bus. And how's that? We checked all 19 passengers. We just hit check. Off our phone and go back down the stairs and go to the next segment of our drive. Close the door. Start the bus up again. Put it in gear, take off the parking brake, and drive to the, now we'll head towards Frankfurt Airport. We should be at Frankfurt departures at about 7 p.m. Game time. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for coming today and watching today. We are playing Fernbus Simulator from Vienna to Paris. Again, the stops in Salzburg and Frankfurt. We just did the Salzburg stops and we're going to be on our way to Frankfurt, Germany. Apparently we have a traffic jam. Yeah, I'm a responsible bus driver. I stop at even the red lights. Funny, Scott, funny. I had to pause for a second to read that one. Hey, welcome in, Stevie Lee. We have not flipped, but we have had a few minor fender benders. Oh yeah, we're on our way to Frankfurt, Germany, the airport. Hey, big dog. I'll show you what The bus looks like from the outside and some of the scenery, but most of the time I like to drive inside. We are driving a double-decker bus. It hasn't froze on my end. Yeah, it hasn't frozen on my end, Scott. Not this time, at least. It's magical driving, Stevie. It'll be magic if I can get them all there in one piece. Again, please see the pin link in the pin link, or scan the QR code if you're able to help with cover some bills for the upcoming surgery I'm having in less than 2 weeks. Having emergency spine removal, so every little bit helps. Even if you can't donate, if you could just share out the link, that's a great help too. We have 2 stops in Frankfurt. We got our departing flights and then arriving flights. And then from Frankfurt, we head to Paris. It probably was, Scott. That's why I didn't answer the phone. Got to be very careful with these little construction zones because the lanes get very narrow. See the thousands of hours I put in the trucking simulator. Look how it helps you drive the bus. Like crap. I hope not, because I think we have icy sweet in the back of the bus here, so. Notice I use my directionals to change lanes like a professional. Oh, you thought that was funny, dog? A professional what? Stevie. Oh yeah, if you're into like driving simulator games, this is pretty cool, because not only do you have to do the driving, but you do have to get out of the bus and check the passengers in and stuff. So you get a little bit of both. It's got some really good scenery, and there's plenty of DLCs to expand your map, so you can get a really pretty big map. In fact, let me show you that. I do not have a lot of the DLCs on the computer version. I do on my PlayStation version. Okay? But you can expand into, you can expand over here. Actually, let me see if I can do this. No, I can't show you all the DLCs in the game. But yeah, on my next stream, I'll have a graphic ready to show you all the DLCs you can get. But maybe Big Dog will let me, if I go into Red Dead with them eventually, he'll let me drive the moonshine wagon after seeing how well I drive. game is based over obviously in Europe because we're in Germany and stuff, so we really have great scenery over in Europe. I really like the scenery. One day I hope to go over and actually visit some places in Europe. It looks like we have another construction zone coming up. So we're gonna slow it down a little. Because like I said, these construction zones are very narrow. And now we can go back up in speed. So there are checkpoints in the game too, depending on which mode you're playing in. And we might take a break as well. We also do have to keep an eye on your gas level. We got about a half a tank right now, so we're good for right now. And here's the checkpoint. Oh, one of you don't have your seatbelts on. Only 18 out of 19 have their seatbelts on. So here we can take a break before it says we need to take a break. So we'll just take one now since it's here. Put the parking brake on. We'll lower the bus. And we'll open the door. And turn the bus off. And then again, we got to get out of the bus and bring up our phone to take the brake. Hey. I hit the wrong button. I opened the luggage compartment. Now after every break we do have to go through the bus and check all the passengers again. All right, we've checked all 19 passengers. Everything's good. So now we can close our phone again and continue on to Frankfurt. Close the door. Raise our bus. Parking brake off, in gear, and we're off. Oh, it's more, like I said, it's more than just a driving sim. There's other things you gotta do as well. We have about 310 kilometers to Frankfurt. I did increase our speed to 90 kilometers an hour out of the 100 kilometers. Try to make sure we get there at least on time, if not early. we have another checkpoint. It's weird that we have one this close to each other, but we do. Hope you all have your seatbelts on this time. Hey, you all had your seatbelts on this time. Good job. Good job. We're not going to take that rest stop because we just had one, so we don't need another rest stop right now. You had your break already, Scott. There'll be another break later on. We have a schedule to keep. So we got a little over 2.5 hours. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, a little over 2.5 hours to go about 240 kilometers. Frankfurt. I have to look it up for the next stream. I'm not sure what the scale of the map is, but I have to look up see if I can find on the internet what the scale of the map is. Right now I don't need it, but if the sun was bothering us, we could lower our sunshade. We also have one on the driver's window if we needed it. But trust me, there are times in the game that you do need to use those shades. Oh, thank you, Dog, for looking that up. Thank you. So it's a 1/10 scale. Oh, you had your seatbelt on that time, Scott, because it said 19 out of 19, so you had it on that time. Oh, another construction zone. Oh, maybe not. But see, Dog, how well I'm driving? I think I've earned the right to drive the moonshine cart again. Yeah, I know. We're getting some glare from the sun, but not too bad. But let's see if we can lower it a little bit, see if it helps. You have to be careful because you don't want it down too far because obviously you can't see what's in front of you. Oh, we don't want to miss our exit here, that's for sure. This one wasn't too bad, but some of these on-ramps you have to be very careful because it's kind of like a sharp turn real quick to get onto it. Hey, I wasn't speeding. It's 100 kilometers an hour. I wasn't speeding. I'm only going 88. Somebody watch the replay. I was gypped. We got about 114 kilometers to go to Frankfurt. And we got about an hour and a half to get there. So at this speed, we're actually going to get there early. Considering we were late to Salzburg, we're making up time. I'm not driving too fast. I'm going 80 kilometers when in that 100 kilometer zone. You're just a fragile, grumpy old man. So again, the name of this game is Fernbus Simulator on Steam. It's also available on PlayStation. I don't know if the PlayStation 1 is on sale, but currently the Steam version on PC is on sale. If anybody's interested in it, it is on sale right now. I believe it's like 50% off. once we get to Frankfurt, I'll show you a little bit. There's a ton of customization you can have. There's a ton of DLC buses you can get. There's a lot to this game. I was telling my friend Icy Swede that this game even supports mods. I don't have any for it, but it supports them. I might look and see what kind of mods are available for it though. So we got about 50 kilometers to go, and we got about an hour and 14 minutes to get there, so I think we will be there early. Oh, my phone's ringing. I don't know why it rings, because you really can't do nothing with the phone when it rings, so... One thing about the game I've noticed though, it's so hard to find the right speed limit to go, because either you're early or you're late. Because if you go the speed limit that's posted, like in this case 100 kilometers an hour, we'd be there super early. I mean, we're already gonna be there like, almost an hour early. Oh, I was trying to read Scott's comment. I almost missed my turn. Now I know how Rowan Gaming feels. Oh, see, look at that sun now. See how that's... So we need to lower that a little bit. See how that helped a little bit by lowering the shade? I'm one of those people trying to... Alright, so we have 12 kilometers to go. And we got 30, almost 40, almost 50 minutes to still get there. So we're definitely going to be early. Which in a way is good because I can show you one of the things in the game if you're actually early. And there's the Frankfurt Airport coming up on your left. So nobody to pick up here, just people getting off, so that's good. Gotta pull into the spot. Engage the parking brake. Lower the bus. I'm gonna change views a little bit so you guys can see a little bit. So I'm gonna open the luggage cart compartments. I'm gonna open the doors. And the people automatically get disembarked. So we're gonna close the luggage doors and the doors. Raise the bus again. Now, because we're early, when you call up your phone, you notice the time is blinking. So we can click that. It'll ask us, do you want to skip it until a minute before the departure time? So we're going to hit OK. I'm going to take that off. Oh, it's telling us we got to take a break. I don't know why you're saying we got to take a break. Not sure, because usually it should say started. So if I say take a break, it's going to tell me I got to get out of it. In order to take a break, engine must be stopped, doors are required to be open, and driver is required to exit the coach. Okay. Not sure why it's making us take a break before we can go to the next stop, but oh well. Take a break. Now we got to get back on and check the remaining passengers, which is now just 10. All right, we checked our passengers, so they're all checked. We can go ahead and start the ride, which is what I wanted to do. We'll go to the other part of the Frankfurt Airport, and then so now we got to go to the arrivals. that was departures. So now basically we gotta drive around the airport. Oh, this one's an easy one this time. Usually there's a lot of cars here too that you're gonna have to squeeze the bus in. And again, we gotta check all these people's tickets.
Mein Ticket?
Let's see, Lena Wilkerman. She is not on the list.
Haben ich das falsche Ticket gebucht? Wie bitte?
Hello? Hier, mein Ticket. Danke.
He is on the list.
Dankeschön.
Guten Tag.
He has an
Haben Sie
express
in eine Richtung
check-in.
aufwärts? Hallo? Hier ist mein Ticket.
He has an express check-in.
Hi, das Ticket. Bitteschön.
Lorena Hope is not on the list.
So ein Mist.
Hello? Mein Ticket. Vielen Dank.
Hallo, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig gut.
Mahlzeit. Hier ist mein Ticket. Danke sehr.
Hi, das Ticket. Bitteschön. Sehr freundlich.
Alright, so all the passengers that are going to be on our bus have now checked in. So I'm going to end it there for today. We will continue on another stream from Frankfurt to Paris because, as you can see, that's also a pretty long segment that would probably take us at least another hour and a half real time to do. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed the game. Remember to share out the GoFundMe if you can. Every little bit helps. I really appreciate it. My family appreciates it. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.